Hello, hi, hello, assalamu alaikum, and I want to all of you people. Welcome for the day three session of the operating system chapter. Happy to see you all back again. Okay, I Bowen, and after a long vacation, we guys are meeting up. Okay, I didn't also wanted to do a session online. I was actually planning to do a session yesterday, but then okay, many students dropped a message and telling, sir, we are on the trip, sir. Trip ke gil na gaman, sir. Kela. So then thought, okay, that's problem. I'll enjoy the ride. Also, okay, a note for people, those who are from Tihari, okay, from next week we will be also coming to Tihari for trial sessions. So hopefully inviting you guys, those who are from 26 batch. Okay, I'm planning to start off with the digital circuits and couple of podi lessons which you all might have missed it. I thought of doing it with you guys. Kind of a revision plan in a quick scale. It's temporary session. We'll see how things are going to be. But if it's successful, we'll be able to continue in there. So Tihari people, okay, inviting you guys also on Tuesdays at Team Comrade Tihari. I'll inform more about details in our WhatsApp group. Good. So let's begin with today's classroom. I hope everyone have received your uh, operating system tute. Okay, tute ka until labila hati. And if you all have been still have not gotten, okay, api tam dispatch karine. Okay, the other sort to from today only we have to dispatch them because of the festivals in the Godak courier service. They were not functioning. So from today only, they will be functioning properly, and I have to get to out in it. Good. So api other class okay under a section called as okay last class okay today's classroom I have to go through. Did I do this part? Yeah, no. Hold on, guys. Did I do the section on language translators? I did it on language translators, I think. Okay, can I get a quick update? Did I do language translators? Yes. Yes, no. I'm a language translator guy, device drivers kara. Language translator mama kara de. Yep, right. So let's get started. Okay, it's going to be an option on the layered approach, layered architecture approach only. We are stepping into it. Page number 14. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, page number 14. So today we are planning to go through in layered approach. We'll be going through in file systems. We will be also talking about file directories. And moreover, we'll try to get it up to okay, file allocation at Luanankarut. We will be able to complete the first section of the tute. Memory management is the interesting topic to talk about. So, after my calculation in all these are theory. Right, page number 14 under the layered architecture approach. Now, a computer system is a collection of three things. So we have the hardware, okay, we have the software layer, and then we have the liveware layer. Now, how these hardware, software, and all these three layers interact, the main layered approach is all about. Usually, the liveware will be the topmost layer. The outermost layer will be what? The liveware. Now, what does liveware stands for? Livewares are the users. So we have the users, we will have admin, okay, we have the developers, everyone who are there, who will be interacting with the system. Okay, but then the thing is, okay, the system will be controlled by the software. Okay, so software comes the inner layer. In here only we have the user who will be interacting with the application software. That is basically whatever we have spoken, we are putting it in the correct way. So application software tamai Zoom, VLC, Photoshop, software, right? And then this application layer is installed on top of it because me application layer tamai how the assign karani, how the handle karani. The developer, the user, the liveware only interacts with the application software. But then the application software is managed by the operating system. So operating system comes in here, right? Operating system comes in it. This operating system is basically controlling the hardware. Hardware, tamai keyboard, mouse, monitor, right. This is what we have. So inside here only we have the hardware in terms. So hardware is managed by the software and controlled by the user. So hardwares are managed by. So listen the keyword. Hardwares are managed by softwares and controlled by users or libraries. Good. මේක තමයි layered approach. මේ approach එක මාරු වෙන්නේ. So that's what we want to tell. Okay, how they layered. Sometimes if the hardware doesn't understand them, we have to install a middle layer called as device drivers. I hope you remember when we spoke about device drivers. That's the middle layer. We put that butter in the middle. Okay, when we have two bread in there, bread එක මත යනවා මැද දානවා butter එක දානවා නැත්නම් marmite එක දානවා. Any fans of marmite? Some people Marmite cellacole satya. Marmite. Okay, but Marmite is really good. The tasty, the seriously. Okay, ekai kanda pula godak kanda ba. But Marmite with the roti it's tasty. Marmite with the cream cracker is tasty. Okay, yes. And then these days, okay, all people who visited the house they brought cream cracker. I'm like, they no illada. Neither the cream cracker எடுத்துட்டு வாரீங்க. That's I don't know why these people bring cream cracker. You can bring a chocolate biscuit. No. Who the hell wants to eat cream crackers? Cream cracker வாழைப்பழம் எடுத்துட்டு வந்து நோய் நினைச்சிருந்தி. Okay. I was like telling mama, see, will you these buggers are bringing cream cracker in there. Mama, நீங்க என்ன பேசுறீங்க? ஆக்களுக்கு ஒன்றும் சொல்ல வேணாம் சரியா? So you know right, okay, when normally mamas get that temper thing happens when we tell something for their family. Hey, what is this? You don't Riyas respect to talk to people. So like, I'm just talking about it. Okay, good. Then comes the computer files. Okay, now these files are being basically the files that we use it in a computer. Files has a couple of properties like attributes, operations, file type, and extensions. Now, for an example, a file, if you take it on, okay, will have a file name. A file will have a size. A file have a what is it? We can say the file name, file size, location will be there. We also call them as the directory. Directory. Okay, good. In a file, we can also run multiple operations. A file will have the created date. Okay, created date. Right. We can have sharing options. We can open that file. We can close that file. We can delete that file. We can also move that file. So these are a couple of operations we can have it. We have different type of files. Document file is there. We will be having image file will be available. Video file is there. Video file is there. We do have an executable file. Now when you are running Monahari app run executable file executable file and files are available. PDF is there, document the PDF. So PDF is the document. Now how computer understands the document? Through a PDF. How computer understands an image? JPEG. Now Apple has their own file system. HEICF the one of the okay. It has extended information. It will have the location, color balance, everything. Okay, that's the reason when you airdrop a photo over antavilla apply group effects and everything is also been shared. Video file and mp4, executable file and exe. So these are a couple of files. Now in my computer also the design computer clean. I'm using a software called stack for software use where this stack will basically combine everything together. So it will take all the images together. It will take all HTML files together. It will take all PDF together, all songs together. Files and a photo. Hey, okay. So we have this table file. Okay, this is my mama's identity card also there. Okay, so basically all the files are there. Now these files, if you take it and have their file name. For an example, if I go to get info, You will be able to get all this information: file size, file name, find the size, where is it modified, the last open, the extension, the blah blah blah, everything is there. Those are known as attributes. So I'm using stack like a nice puller to clean everything. Yeah, basically the mess. Right. So like you guys, okay, created this mess for game last automatically. I got a pull 40 40 hondala maila haggala liyaga the set එක. Doubts තිබ්බ තහන්න. I'll clear it out. Perfect, 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 perfect. Understood. Clear? All good to go. Last one either. Good. So these are a couple of files available in the computers too. Make we have the other type is also we have the categories of files are available. Okay, we have the directory file ke lekatino, we have ordinary file, and then we do have the binary files ke lekino. Usually an ordinary file එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ normally a file available in your computer. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්නේ ඒක උස්සන් ඇවිල්ලා පෙන්නන්නම් මෙතන. In the layered approach, is the OS utility at the same place? Yes. OS is in the same place. Okay. Right. So මෙතන I have a file couple කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. couple normal couple තන ප්‍රශ්න. Okay. මෙන්න මේකට කියනවා අපි ordinary file. Okay. This is the ordinary file in there. Sometimes මෙන්න මේ file එකට there will be a location. Okay. You can find the location is also there. These locations will be also saved somewhere else. The location of the file is known as the directory file. Usually this directory file contains the file information and location. So it's like a separate file which has the locations of all the files. Ordinary file can be an image, it can be a PDF, it can be a JPG, it can be any form in terms in the right? Binary it's a series of ones and zeros. One and zeros my binary file. Understood? Good. We come across on the file section. And then we have other type of files also: JPG file, PNG file, MP3 file, MP4 file, JPEG file. Okay, henna files set in terms in the sounds okay. Good to go. Nice. So what about a message that you shared last week, okay, in the group? Scam. Okay, I'll talk about that scam also. Okay, some people have been asking me and everything in there. Shadi, done completed? Fun, Raja. Fun. Okay, good. Let's get started for the next one. Okay, the next one is file systems. Okay, file system, okay, file directory and file access. I think we'll be able to finish it moreover. Hurry. File system in short. Basically, a file system is basically and way or is the structure of how files are being stored. Now, depending on the operating system, we have different forms of file system. How arranged you are. Now, there are people who are well organized and arranged people are there. Now, for me also, I basically wants to get things done early. I know what are my expenses. I know what are the things I want to do. Everything in terms of early. Okay, I wanted to make things done. So, okay, I will be also putting a kind of a to-do list. I make sure that I organize. And in terms of books and files and everything, also I have kept it separately, so it doesn't feel me difficult to search and access whenever I want it. Now, similarly, how computer have organized files. A file system is basically the way of how files are organized. We come across simply as file systems. The way of how files are being organized, and we call it as what? A file system. Good. A file system, depending on the operating system, it's different. Now, if you are from a native Windows platform, we have a file system called FAT and NTFS. If you are from Apple Industries, we have APFS. If you're from Linux we have HFS, hierarchical file system. Now Android what again? Android file system Android users okay, Android file system, hierarchical file system you expect 4 kilo use karna. Who uses it in their Android? Okay, now Android is using exFAT 4 kilo. Droid uses exFAT4. So this is their system. Okay, iOS use karane APFS se iOS use karane. What else we have? Operating system Linux. Kali also uses Kali operating system also uses a Linux use karane avi lokkoma hierarchical file system. So hierarchical file system mostly they use it in them. Good. So depending on different platform, they have their own way of how files are being stored, like their own technique. File system very short. Okay. Now in here, majorly we will be need to learn about two file system. One is NTFS and one is FACT. New technology file system. And in FACT file allocation table. Okay, file allocation table. Now, how does they differ in both together? Okay, Amani, Ubuntu also uses HFS, hierarchical file system, because Ubuntu, everyone comes from Linux family, no? So HFS, hierarchical file system. Hari. Now, how do they differ? Or else what is the technique they're using? Let's take FACT. FACT is a file allocation system, which is basically like a Mudalali Matya. Okay, whenever a customer comes in and whenever they do a purchasing, Mudalali Matya take a small pen and they write, okay, Hari Pansi, Hai Si, Hata Si, Nama Si, Da Hai, Dida Hai, Tunda Hai. So he basically write everything in one single paper. Okay, Palada. Same concept happens in FACT. File allocation table were used in back in old days, okay, where each and every file will be allocated to the hard disk. A hard disk के location, okay, block के location will be noted. Location and the file. We'll say we have F1 file located in location 5, F2 file location 8, F3 file location 12. So what happens in that manner is, okay, each and every file avan angikiran ingavai okay, adhe marthan, okay, and the paruthu mutta gudon ligira mari அங்காரம் ஓகே அந்த பருத்தி மூட்டையை வந்து ஓகே குடோன்ல வச்சு அந்த குடோன்ல பருத்தி மூட்டையை அதே மாதிரி தான் அங்கிங்கெல்லாம் எங்கெங்க வச்சுக்கிறோம் they have a list. So there is always what's a table. May table like they have the list of all files and locations. Simply understood. So if I take this as the hard disk okay, wherever the data are, may locations store. It's very simple, no? Right? This is ideal when you do have a smaller storage. But over the time, okay, what happened was, okay, Muhammad, over the time, people started using higher capacity. So higher capacity in the sense high number of files. Files gone very. What started it happens is, okay, may table like size value now. When the table size become bigger and bigger and bigger, it felt difficult in accessing data. Because why? Now I have to search a file. Did you understand? Because in order to search a file, I have to go through this table. My table, it takes long time for me to access a file. Understood? Okay. Since, okay, you store all the file location in a table, it's like you have a script. Okay. And each and every time when someone asks in there, I have to go through the script. Okay. Let me go through. Okay. Page number 5. Happy. And never script a script he has to go through again and again and again. Each and every time whenever he, okay, each and every time whenever he comes and access the data, he has to go through the table. So, okay, becomes less efficient. Becomes less efficient when more files are being stored. Becomes less efficient when more files are being stored. File size it started become less efficient in terms. Got the concept in there. I thought I wanted to have a solution. So this was mostly used in Windows XP, Windows 98, or Windows they were using it. It was a capacity very. So they went on for NTFS, a type of a branching style. NTFS is where you will have the root file. This root file will divide it into subcategories according to size, according to file name, according to extension. They will divide it. So they will store the file in different link කරලා තමයි දාලා තියෙන්නේ. So if you wanted to go for extension now, you can go and select JPG and then you can select PDF. If I wanted to go for name now, you can go from A to M, N to Z. If I wanted to go for a size now, I can select is it MB or GB. So depending on that selection, only they will go and put the file. Okay, simply like this. For an example, I have the Finder. I hope it's kind of visible for y'all. Now all the files in here, I can sort it by name. So it will go for A to Z. So I can access it easily based on the name you're sorting it. Date, right? Sort to Puskala. It was a size, sort to kind. Balanta the concept. All these options I can enable. I can enable more and more show view options. Dala, date, last added date, come in, version, okay, created date, last open date, calculate all size. Again, total size is what calculate so he will be calculating the total size and giving it to me also. Right? So on A also you can edit. See, this is 1 GB, 5 GB, 25 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB. So on A style how files are being categorized. NTFS file system. In NTFS file systems, files are categorized depending on their attributes, name, okay, size, locations, and everything. And that made it much more easier and convenient to access data. It becomes more easier, okay, to access data. We had differences in there. Now, what is the difference in that? Okay, so in terms of the differences, we'll see that also. Okay, right. In terms of the partition size block maximum size partition size here you can go up to 32 GB. Here you can go up to 16 terabyte. Okay, again it's a local file size because they have kept maximum 32. Fact 32 okay. Nothing what will happen is, okay, when the size becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, okay, it will be difficult for the computer to access the data. Understood? Right. We will be going on to the next part. Hold on. Good. Okay, nice. Next one is file name. Since they used to store the data based on the file name, so here you go with 8 characters and 255 characters. Because in file allocation table, you store the data file based on the name. No? When the big name become bigger and bigger, it will be difficult. In fact 32, a file can hold only 4 GB maximum. It will be difficult because you might store the file in multiple different in spaces, different places, and then it will be difficult for the computer to access it. For an example, when you try to transfer a file, the error it will say it is something like this. The file destination size is too large. The file is too large for the destination file system. What it says, the file size is 4.5 GB, but the file system is able to only hold 4 GB per file. What is happening is a table. So they have this restricted. Okay. 16 TB. Encryption, no, they do provide encryption. This is security. Tolerance, not. This is yes, auto repair. What is this tolerance? Not responding state. When you transfer a file and you keep on transferring a lot of files, or not respond. Not responding, then tolerance. Not responding. Security network only. Here local and network. Network security compress karanna puluwan ba. Conversion not possible. Sorry, this is possible. Possible you can convert it from fact to NTFS පුළුවන්. This is not possible. Then what do you do if it's not possible? Not possible you have to format the drive and convert it. Compatible. This is compatible with Windows XP 2098 or a Parana version. This is Windows Vista 10, 11 and again. Why is it good to use? Now, if the size is 32 GB, now it is ideal to use in removable drives like pen drive again. Used in removable drives. Then NTFS is ideal to use in using non-removable drives. Non-removable drive click in hard disk. Okay. So this is ideal to have it in a pen drive. This is ideal to have it in a hard disk. Right? So when you store the files in terms of what, okay, in all your files data, so table store fact. Fact also uses link allocation base. Link allocation. It uses link allocation. We will be talking in a while. Okay, so that's how normally file allocation table works. Guys, any questions? बताने में कौन theories है मोरो गुड़ा कौन theories तमा यान्नी in here link वेला cluster size तोड़ना दांडा पुलांग clusters के ने block के size है block size. This is 32 4 KB to 32 KB. This is 4 KB. So, is the auto repair count? Yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Block size के लिए memory block. Now, how do they have stored the blocks? Now, normally files are file. एक file का size है कि block done it will be stored. Normal total file size is there, but block तमें file एक store नहीं. ये block के maximum size है. Sure, sure, Raja. Definitely right. Coming to the next point in there. Okay, next one is exFAT. exFAT is also a type of a file system. Now, what happens is when we use different file systems, okay, usually these file systems will be not be able to compatible. Compatible meaning you will be not able to transfer a data, you will be not able to copy a file, you will be not able to delete it. Why? Because the way how Mac OS have stored the file and the way how Windows OS have stored the file is different. So exFAT is a compatible file system. It's a compatible file system with all devices. So you can format your pen drive in exFAT. You can use it in iOS. You can use it in Android. You can use it in Xbox. You can use it in PlayStation. You can use it in a TV. Okay, you can use it in Windows. You can use it in Apple or else Mac OS, anywhere. You can make a format corrupt. Normally, you can use it in anywhere. Usually, we format it for pen drives and scan removable disk. We used to have it in there. Make it faster, like relatively when you compare with the other file system. Yeah, performance but then it works with everything. It's like a compatible version. Pattama compatible. Perfect. Done and dusted. Okay. Awesome. Good. So let's get started off to the next part. Next one is going to be on terms of directories now. Before going on for directories, okay, one thing what happened was, okay, regarding a story, okay, first thing is regarding the that scan thing which I used to upload, and one of the student asked, okay, now this has been a kind of a frequent a complaint among multiple students, okay, many students, those who have might got into a trap of an online scam. An online scam happens in telling that giving you hope that they will give you money, okay, and you can earn money from online. So usually this will be communicated through Telegram because anyone can open a Telegram account without a phone number, and Telegram gives you high level of privacy. Hinda. එතකොට ප්‍රයිගෑම් එක ලොකේෂන්ස් මුකුත් සේව් වෙන්නේ නැති හින්දා බ්ලොක් වෙන්නේ නැති හින්දා ඕන එක්කෙනෙක් Telegram එකක් ටක් කරලා open කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. Right. Once you have opened a Telegram account, they will be there dropping a message saying that මෙහෙම තමයි ඔයාලා සල්ලි ගෙවන්න ඕනේ කියලා. So මේ වගේ තමයි මගේ student කෙනෙක්, okay, what happened was, okay, she got a message telling that if you want to work from online නම් earn කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ she has said it, okay, let me get into skill of commodities ටික දී දුන්නාන් පස්සේ, okay, mostly this is from Sri Lankan people, okay, these are handled from Sri Lankan people, and then ඒගොල්ලන් තමයි ගොඩක් දුරට මේ scam එක කරන්නේ. They will tell that, okay, you can deposit 500 rupees and we will be giving you a task, and if you complete the task you can get 1000 rupees in return. So that girl has done, and they have also deposited money back 1000 rupees to her. So she thought, okay, 500 now for 1000 kg. அதுக்கப்புறம் what has happened, they have said, okay, if you want to earn more money you can deposit 5000 to us and we will deposit 10,000. හරිද? அதுக்கப்புறம் போட்டுட்டு she has got some task, ஒரு task onlineல stock inventory task එක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. නිකන් මේ මොනවද කියන්නේ, portal එකක් ලැබෙයි. ඒ portal එකේ you had to click and then you had to drag and put it to the inventories. You had to update the inventory. So පොඩි වැඩක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Because our people try to earn quick money. So ඊට පස්සේ 10,000 she got 10,000 also to her bank account. She has to deposit to a Sri Lankan account. ඉංගිය බොරලස් ගමුවද කොයිද එකක් account එක දාන්න ඕනේ. They will send, we have sent proof and they will make the trust. They said you invest 1 lakh, we will give you 2 lakhs. However, what happened now, she has invested 1 lakh and then she was able to finish the work, and then when return they have said you have exceeded the work time limit. So you have to, if you invest more, you will be able to get a return. So you invest 5 lakhs, we will give you in return, okay, with 1 lakh that you have done, and said it is 6 lakhs, so now 12 lakhs so in your tarasomit. Other she has put 5 lakhs. And they have said that if you want to now, you have already released your account, but then since it's a very big amount in there, bank needs a verification. So we have to deposit security deposit for the bank. So then only they will allow us later. They have asked for another 5 lakhs. So on the pull and the 5 lakhs and say so total level of 12 lakhs. Okay, from her mother's account. So now she is not a small kid. Now you might be thinking she is around 20. Okay, only to move. Okay, அதுக்கப்புறம் what has happened சொன்னா 12 lakhs போடுறது பூரா account million, reply million. They are telling you deposit more money, we will give you the full amount. They are telling deposit another 5 lakhs, we will give you whole amounts. So more you deposit, they will, we will give you the rest amount, you deposit more. அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்து they have called me and then I was like telling you have already got into a scam in there. Okay, and first of all you tell your mother that you have taken the money in the mother account. So first of all you tell your mother and go to a police station and then put a complaint. And then he has called mama, and then mama called me telling that if it answer and one of the that is the amount that she has kept for her father's surgery. Father's the surgery save பண்ணி amount when father comes from some Qatar or something. Okay, அவட்ட surgery செய்யறதுக்கு சல்லி வச்சிக்கிற சார், அந்த சல்லியத்தை எடுத்து போட்டா பாருங்க சார் என்ன செய்ய சொல்லிட்டு she was like, okay, அவ full up பலாயாவி. அதுபோல they have gone to police station and they have said that if you report it, and then they have asked the whole details. அதுபோல they have said இப்படித்தான். Okay, now this amount is more than 12 lakhs no, up 10 lakhs you have to go for special crime branch CIB or something. They have gone there also, screenshot they have said okay, if we are supposed to take actions on them, we have to take action on you also, because you also have invested, you also have got profit. So you have also got profit and you have invested in there. So it's like you are also cheating. You have only you have taken part in this gambling. So if you want to take actions, we have to take it for you also. அப்படி வேணும்னு சொல்லுங்க, we'll take action and then we'll start. Okay, என்ன சொல்ல வந்தேன், getting you onto your problems. Complain எடுத்தில். Now normally if you have a complaint only you can do something. Okay, they have not even taken the complaint in that this is a scam that you have got up in there. We can't find people because it's in Instagram, Telegram. We can't. It's no way of finding. Maybe you might have deposited the bank account, but bank will never give personal details. Bank will never give personal details unless there is a court order. Court order only that they will never give. Police போனோன்னு. So they have not taken even what the இது அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க நம்ம தலையை பிடிச்சி இதாகி பேசிட்டு கடைசி இப்ப என்ன நடக்குதுன்னா வாபஸ் அள்ளியை கொடுத்துக்கிறாரு. மகளு கல்யாணம் பேசுறாங்க. ஓகே, மகளு கல்யாணம் பேசிட்டு. So we all moral of the story is okay. So Rukaya, okay, if you want to get married சொன்னா you invest amount, okay, you can get married soon. அப்படி இல்ல. But then okay, what happens is we all wanted to get things quickly. Maybe சர்ஜரி வாப்பா ஹார்ட்டை பிடிச்சிட்டாரு. வாப்பா அந்த சளியை பார்த்து அந்த ஹார்ட்டை பிடிச்சி அவருக்கு ஹார்ட் அட்டாக் வந்துட்டு, வாப்பாக்கு சர்ஜரி தேவையில்லை டிரெக்டா. சரியா? ஸோ வாட் இஸ் த ஸ்cenario is okay, we all people try to earn quick money. Okay, if you want to earn a money, so you need to have a skill. Okay, in order to improve your skill you need to be educated. Okay, if you want to learn that skill now you have to have an education in there. Now it's a link. Okay, அது வந்து in that link only you will be able to achieve something. Now I have a skill of photography, I have a skill of driving, I know a skill of, okay, I have gained a skill in there. Okay, I have gained any skills. Okay, I'm able to teach someone, I'm able to, okay, type, I am able to do account. So it's a skill. Okay, a skill like improve karana, you have to gain education, and with experience only the skill will get improved. For the skill only you can, with the skill only you can earn money. Maybe you work for someone or maybe on your own. Those are the two things. Now without any given skill we all want to go and search online jobs. Okay, right, we all wanted to go and search online jobs. Now the point in here is, who will give you money without any skill? Okay, you are a person, you know, okay, you know to click things, you know to search through Instagram feed, you know to like, share and comment. Everyone does it. What is the skill in there? No one will even give you money. Okay, if like there is no return in there. So adanala vandu do not try to get it into these traps. Especially quick money will always not give you lesson. Hard earned money will give you a lot of lessons in there. Improve your skill and then start at earning. First learn, then you can start earning in there. For real job they won't ask money. Most of the time they don't ask money. Okay, நாங்க job ஒன்று செய்யறதே to give money in there. Okay, அதுல வந்து எங்க சாலி வரப்போகுது. I saw a beautiful meme. சரியா, I took a screenshot also. Okay, அந்த மீம்ல என்ன சொல்ற சொன்னா, hold on, மீன் மேக்க කියන්නේ like this. எப்பயுமே நெகட்டிவா திங்க் பண்ணாதடா. நான் உருப்படியா 4 நல்ல விஷயம் நடந்தா தானேடா, நடந்திருந்தா நான் ஏடா நெகட்டிவா திங்க் பண்ண போறேன். ஓகே, உருப்படி உருப்படியா 4 நல்ல விஷயம் நடந்திருந்தா நான் ஏடா நெகட்டிவா திங்க் பண்ண போறேன். ஒன்றுமே நடக்குது இல்லை. So okay, always okay, try to go through the skill. Okay, keep working hard. Good things takes time. Okay, first is you have to set discipline. Nothing you can't do it. That's the most important thing. Okay, now I'm also addicted to this mobile phone nowadays and trying to get hold in there. So I'm like making sure that I'm fully packed in all the works. What will happen is you are always getting addicted to the mobile phone. You know that you are literally wasting time. It's easy to waste time. Okay, days are passing like nothing. So make sure that you started earning a skill, learning a skill, and using that skill you can start earning money in there. Now if you feel these days you are feeling so bored, not studying, okay, in the things are going good in there. Okay, to have you feeling in that? Okay, okay, exam में खास करना इगन करना मुकुट कराने next day. If you feel so, don't go, guys. Okay, we are there to spice up things for you. Okay, in that manner, next week we will be having an examination. Okay, you get low marks, I will be putting your name in the scoreboard. Definitely. Okay, so and I'll be uploading those your name, okay, and your number and everything details, phone number, okay, group See, you get motivation. If you there now there is no motivation, you keep a gun in there. Padigiriya illaya. Okay. Padigiriya illaya. Vanda wow, padi. Okay. There is no Telegram group for ICT, but there is a WhatsApp group. You can join through in there. Adithan sir, summer planning exam. See, yeah, you don't do the examination. Again, we will put your name, okay, that you have not done the examination, and in the class also we'll tell your name. Okay. So what do you think discipline in your point of view? Discipline is something that you can control. You have control of, and then you're able to take control in there. Okay, you know that you are addicted to something, maybe social media, pornography, eating too much, okay, late night sleeping, okay, you are able to waste time, okay, you are spending time in terms of serial or watching movies, something that you can take control over. And if you're able to take control over, so like discipline, set discipline, 90% of your problems can be sorted. Yeah. Discipline, and 10% is your mouth. Mouth is not an issue. Discipline is the. Okay, so that's the talk that I wanted to tell you all to today's topic. Right, so let's get started off with the file directories. Are the file directory is basically the location of your file. Directory. So it's a place where all file locations are stored. File locations. File directory we normally tell it. So up to now, what are the lessons you're going to get in the exams? You will be getting digital circuits, number system, concepts of ICT. Only 3 chapters. Okay. So about the kingdom of file location and the file path in Windows. Okay. So this is how a file location will look like. C drive, name, document, myfile.txt. Oh, yes. Okay. This is how you will be able to find the path. A directory is all about a file location. Address location or else the address. Okay. Using this address, you can open a file. You can close a file, operation, close a file. You can rename a file. Okay. You can, what is it? Create a file. You can delete a file. And you can also change the place, change directory. In this file, you will have the file name, file path, file type. Okay, file okay, you will be able to find the subfolders. Okay, you can say the drive information. Which drive is it? Drive information in there. And then you can also able to see whether is it shared. Sharing option. File shared so using this directory, you will be able to see the file name. See name. You will be able to see the path. You will be able to see the type. Okay, you will be able to see the subfolders. Okay, drive information, and then you will be able to see the scan sharing options. Here you can open the file, close a file, delete a file, rename a file, create a file, change the directory location. So for file for an example, we are going on Google. Okay, easily simply now Google I'm clicking this, and then there is an option called copy link. Now this copy link if I paste it here, this is the URL. Similarly, we have the file location. So URL is in the internet, file directories के लिए क्या नहीं offline. अगर क्या ना आप offline access के लिए. Guys, we'll be also starting some free paper class series for you all. Text के लिए ना file extension exactly. Okay, there's another question. So, have you tried such scam? Have you got into such scams, the Gilano? Okay, a good question, Digas. So, have you got into scams? In terms of actually scams, Villa, have I got caught? Him, Q, not exactly. Okay, scams are good villain, but then cryptos and everything. Well, I have got loss. एक loss से काके का scam में का विधि लगाना बे. But then that's a loss से कर रहा मैं इन्हें. Good. Yeah, most probably it's kind of a loss से काके. Right. So next one is we have different levels of directories. Now directories allows you to organize your files. Now in computer we have single level, two level, and three level. By computer itself we have it. Now single level के लिए क्या है? It's like this. we have directories, these are files and their locations. Okay, now we can have a single level directories where we can set that user 1, user 2, user 3. Directory 1, directory 2, directory 3. Think about directories are collection of files. User 1 can only access directory 1. User 2 can only access directory 2. User 3 can only access directory number 3. So that way we call them as what? We call it as single level directory. Here, user has only access to a specific file. User has access only to a specific file. I'll show you how to do it. Then we have level 2 directory. In level 2 directory, it's like moreover like shared. Here, user have access to multiple directories. User logins. Okay. Now, if you take it in there, user number 1, user number 2, user number 3. User 1 has to directory number 1 and directory number 6, directory number 2 and directory number 3, directory number 3 and directory number 6. Now, this is how they have access. They have access to both. Okay, inside this directory only there are files. Inside these directories only files. So to make specific set of files are shared across multiple users. Now, talking about the users, what is actually users? Logins. Windows login, you have different login, guest user, guest login, other user, admin, and okay, when you're going to log into the computer, you have to enter the username and password. This login screen, users. So when you access in there, in this user have access towards multiple specific what? Okay, specific directives, maybe shared also might happen. Okay, so directory 1. That is number 2. Number 3 is where here user have access to almost all the directories. Root access, user 1, user 2, user 3. File number 1, file number 2, file number 3. Here user has access to all. Make it my default. Have you all ever accessed this way? If your brother and you are using the computer, you have different logins. Okay, login username password. Okay, brother login. But then what happens in here is okay, computer you can access the files of your brother's file also. Okay, Malik accounting file access everyone has access to all the files. That's by default. Level 3. Okay. You have to give access logins. Access logins marukurandone. Think about like this. I can have this file. I can go to get info, and there is this option. Sharing options are there. Sharing options. In this sharing options, okay, I can go and access here. See, Riyas, he has the read and write privilege. Staff read only. Everyone read only. Oh, no access. Now staff no access. I can disable access. So others will not have access to this file. Read and write. Now, if I log in as Riyas login, he has the option to read and write, but others can't. They can only read only. Access karana pulong, edit karana ba. Now, if I say may file like no access dunot, may file like mata itray pin. Now here I'm changing the directory from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. This is by default, it's level 3. Everyone can access it. I can change these privileges too. Another concept. Mega tamai are directory levels. Podi concept. Okay, so you can do it in your computer by right click, files, properties, and sharing options. Click, How can you change directories? How to change directories? You can go to file, right click, properties, sharing, and customize it. Customize sharing. Hmm. Okay, done and dusted. Great. Awesome. Okay, that's under the type of okay directories too. Good. Okay, so megadamai directory section negative. So last one also file access. We have already studied that okay, we can access a file in different ways. You can assign the computers. Now all these things are connected to one to another. So we'll assume there are files available in this way. Okay, if you wanted to access a file, sequential access is you go file one by one and you access that. Random is where you can access the file randomly however you wish to. Now, if you take RAM is a random access memory, whereas magnetic tape is a sequential access memory. Okay, and in terms of okay, a printer queue, like when you give print commands, those queue will be in sequential access. When you're accessing a song or listening to a song, that is random access. Next one is a file system will always have what? The way you have allocated the file, make it the file allocation. Number one, we do have contiguous allocation. Number two, we do have linked allocation. And number three, we do have indexed allocation. These are three different ways how files will be allocated. A print queue is something where when you give multiple print commands, okay, those print commands will be stayed in a queue, like waiting list. Okay, one by one, palyate and a waiting list. So when you give one print command, it will be like staying, okay, make it next ticker. So this is sequential. May file like next ticker, make next ticker, make next ticker. So it's a sequential access, one after the other. A file like a print win. Understood? Sounds okay? Clear? Good to go in there. Awesome, right. So file allocation, okay, we have couple of methods. We have contiguous, linked, and index. Ma make a Venema session. So hopefully I'll be able to do an extra session for you guys on the Saturday. I'll be able to have a session at night, most probably. Tomorrow night, Hari. Take an next class. Sir, a pudi part, I have to do it fresh. Make important part. Make Hari take a part. We'll have it. So tomorrow night, Harika session, maybe it will take only half an hour to do it in there. Okay, Mamega Dala, or take Kalana, Harida fresh Garandone, the Megabag Dala, lot of contents them money. Hinda, we will be going through in terms. Megateka, we'll be able to finish that first section too. So that comes to the end of our classroom. So in file allocation, which one external is not affected? What do you mean by not affected? In allocation, which one is both are affected? Both allocations have been affected. It can be what is it? It can be a printer queue is something where uh, print print queue. Okay, printable document queue, something like that. Printable document queue. Good. I'll be sharing this PDF also. So that comes to the end of our session then. See you tomorrow. Okay, I'll update the schedule also. Take care, much love, a lot of power. Okay, bye bye. Have a nice day and I bond to all of you.